Swagatam. Today is Thursday. This is the 7th of July. Bruspati-vasarah Sayankalah Raghuvamshakavyam Dinankaha Saptamaha. Let us do the Mangalacharanam. Ramo Rajamanis Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Vijata Nishachara Chamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Ramanasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham Rame Chitkalayas Sada Bhautame Bhora Mamamuddhara Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattalyam Rama Nama Varanane Shri Rama Nama Varanana Onnama Iti Atha Shri Mahasha Sutrani Oi Un Rulruk E Ong Ai Auch Hayavarat Lan Nyama Nam Javain Gadadash Jabagadash Kapha Cha 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 Tav Kapai Sha Sha Sar Hal Iti Mahasha Sutrani. Okay. Now we were looking at this shloka last time. I think we introduced it last time. Udghatitaha Natu Samapitaha. We didn't finish this one. This is the Trinavati Tamashlokaha. This is 93rd shloka. This is the last shloka, Charamashlokaha. So Asya Adhyayasya Charamashlokaha. So Trayonavati Tamashlokaha. Trayonavati. Both of them are there. Trinavati, Trayonavati. Both are possible. So Trayonavati Athva Trinavati Tamashlokaha. Okay. Let us see what we have. Athapati Gamayitva Kritaramyopakarye Pratichiddavani Palaha Sharvari Sharvakalpaha Puram Avishadayodhyam Maithili Darshaninam Kuvalayita Gavaksham Lochanai Rangananam. So we can read one more time. First thing, read it clearly. Spashtam Uchchaischa Pashanam Kartavyam Atha Pathi Gamayitva Kripta Ramyopakarye Katichiddavani Palaha Sharvari Sharvakalpaha Puramavishadayodhyam Maithili Darshaninam Kuvalayita Gavaksham Lochanai Rangananam Athapati Gamayitva Kriptaramyopakarye Katichiddavani Pala Sharvari Sharvakalpaha Puramavishadayodhyam Maithili Darshaninam Kuvalayita Gavaksham Lochanai Rangananam. Padacheda is Atha Sanamvyayam. Pati Saptami Ekavachanam of Pradipadikam Pathin. So Pati means Marge. Comes in Gita. Vimuro Brahmana Pati Etan Me Samshyam Krishna Chatumarhasya Sheshataha. That it says Yoyam Yogastaya Proktaha. Vimodo Brahmanaspati, here it is, Brahmanaspati. So Gita, chapter 6, number 38. Kachinno he vibrashchinna brahmivanashyati apratishto mahabaho nudo Brahmanaspati, on the path of Brahmanaspati. So Pathin is Saptami Ekavachanam. I think even the word Avani comes in Gita. I think in chapter 11, I think it comes in chapter 11 in Gita. Avani means the earth, Prithivi. So that comes in chapter 11. Avani Pala. It comes in Gita. This comes E Muktva Ami Hitvam Sangha Vishanti Stoche Sadhya Vishveshano Saloka Shakarati Mukha Vishwandro. It comes in here. Surasangha Vishanti Mihitvam Susangha Vishanti Kechid Gita Stranjale Sasti Yukta Rudraditya Vatsavo Yecha Sadhya. Somewhere comes the, I think here, Sahasmadi, Avani Pala Sangai, here it is. So it's Sahasaivava, Saha Eva, Sahivava, Saha Eva, Avani Pala Sangai. So all these groups of hosts of hordes of gods are entering your hordes of kings, Avanipalaha, Avanipalaihi, Avanipala Sangaihi Saha Eva. It says Dhritarashtrasya putraha sarve, all the sons of Dhritarashtra, sarve saha eva, along with the Avanipala Sangaihi, along with hordes of the kings. Avanipalaha is Bhupatibhi, the kings who, the Pala one protects the earth. These are kings. Avanipala is a king. Avanipala Sangaihi, Yodhamukhyayihi, Vaktrani Vishanti, Vaktrani te Tvaramana Vishanti. So they are rushing into your mouths. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with the hordes of kings. Avanipala comes here, having in Gita. So we got these two words from the Gita. Always connect with the Gita as much as possible. So we got the word Pati in Gita, chapter number 6. We got the word, in fact, Avanipala is right here. Avanipala, same word. Avanipala comes in Gita in chapter 11. So that exact same word comes in Gita chapter 11. So Pati Saptami Ekvachanam means Marge, Prajapadikam Pathin. But as we are reading, maybe we can do some grammar quickly. I put everything in the document here, so we don't have to spend time typing in the class. So Pati, this Prajapadikam Pathin has 2 or 3 special sutras for it, which have been discussed in detail in the daily examples. As I say in almost every class, I tell you that try to follow these daily examples which are coming to you every day. So that way, we'll be more and more grounded in grammar. So Vyakarana Parichaya Bhavishyati Anayasena. It becomes, so all these examples which are coming to every day. So we have and all the comments and the answers which come. A lot of work being done by some volunteers for this. So of course they're not error free. If you see any errors, always let us know. We can correct them. So the good thing about this website is that we can correct any errors, even after the fact. So we try to keep them as clean as we can, but sometimes there might be some errors. So you might see that there are about 3 or 4 rules over here, which are specifically the Prajapadikam, Pathin, Matin, and Rukshin. So this is the so Patimatir Vukshamat, this sutram, which is 7185. 7185. Look at the Vyakhyanam for that. After that comes Ito Sarvanamasthane, Thontha. This is all Sarvanamasthane, etc. But then Bhasyate Lopaha, 188. So when Yangam is Bhasanya, the T bhaga is Lopaha. If you look at the quickly the vritti on 7188, again this has already been done in the examples. So Pathyadinam, so these 3 Pathyadinam means Pathin, Mathin, Ruvukshan, these 3. Pathyadinam Bhasanyakanam Tehe Lopa Bhavati. So it becomes C, Patha, Patpatha, etc. So T bhaga is Lopaha. When the Angam has Bhasanya means, of course, means Yachibham. So that is the, see. So Pathin, Matin, Ruvukshin, these 3, Ruvukshin. Okay. All right. So what happens now is that because when we do Saptami Ekvachanam of Prajapadikam Pathin, just quickly, the Angam gets Bhasanya. I should put that over here because of Yachibham. Yachibham, the Angam gets Bhasanya. But Swadishva Sarvanamasthane, Asarvanamasthane. This ni does not have the sanya Sarvanamasthana because Sudanapumsakasya. Sudanapumsakasya. So the only in Napumsakalinge, or in Srilinge, the one which gets the Sarvanamasthana sanya, as you know, are only the Sut. Su of just out. So ni is not in that list. So Angam will get the Bhasanya. I'm sorry. The only thing which gets Sarvanamasthana sanya is Pratyaya. Be careful. The Sarvanamasthana sanya is sanya for the Pratyaya. The Bhasanya and the Padasanya sanya for the Angam. So this Sudanapumsakasya say that the Su of just out, the Pratyaya, gets Sarvanamasthana sanya. So this ni is not one among them. So ni does not have Sarvanamasthana sanya. So then we can go ahead and use 1418, which says Yachibham. So Anuvritti is coming down of Swadishu Sarvanamasthane. So Swadishu Asarvanamasthane. Okay, so the Angam got the Bhasanya, then T bhaga, Achontyadi T. So the in bhaga takes Lopaha. We get Patiya Saptami Ekvachanam. Pati means Marge. The important sutram here was Bhasyate Lopaha. I've also mentioned one of the examples, which in the daily example is that this is a rare sutram, which is doing a karyam for the when the Bhasambandhi karyam. Normally you would expect this to come in the adhikara of Bhasya. It starts from 64129. But what is happening is that Panini has a suvidha, Anuvritti suvidha is available. So Panini puts this sutram, which depends on the Bhasanya, outside the Bhasya adhikara. So that because Anuvritti of this Pati, Mati Rivukshin is coming down. Patin, Matin Rivukshim. Pati, Mati Rivuksham is coming down from here. So rather than lose the Anuvritti, Vani puts this sutram in here itself, outside the Bhasyadhikaraha. So this is a sutram which is now you would expect to be in the Bhasyadhikaraha, but this is so be careful of this one. You may not suspect that a karyam, which is a bhasambandhi karyam, is being prescribed outside the Bhasyadhikara. Bhasyadhikara goes from 64129 to end of 64. Okay. All right. So that is the Saptami Ekvachanam. Pati means marge and comes in Gita. Vimuda Brahmana Pati. Okay. Gamayitva. Gamayitva, clearly you can see the ending tva. This also has been introduced many times, and many examples have been given for this. The tva pratyaya means saman pratyakayoho purva kale. Let me see. Is Karthik over here? Maybe Kalpesh is here. Somebody is here. Probably Kalpesh.
No, this is Van.
Oh, Van. Oh my God. I'm very good. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you.
Okay.
No, I came last week also, but we didn't have a chance to speak. Yeah.
Oh, you were last week also. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, between travels, it's try to find whenever I find time, I come in.
Okay, good. Welcome.
Yes.
Are you recording the class, by the way? Are you recording?
No, I came a bit late. Is Vasu there?
No, I am recording, but I just want to make sure I'm
okay.
recording. But why don't you start recording now? Even if it's late.
Okay.
Just in case mine is not working. I'm recording, but
Okay.
So at least we'll have a 10-minute short recording. So.
I'm doing right now. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now you want to take Gamayitva of here. What is who is Samana Karta here? And what is the second action, right? The entire Kartru, who could it be? Who could the Samana Karta be? Because this is Trupta Ramyo Pakari is a Vishesha. That's solid.
Look, that must be Avanipala must be the.
Very good.
Avanipala must be the Karta.
He's the Karta. Avanipala. And he has a
Kadachit.
Kalpaha. Then here is we see the second verb. Second verb over here.
Second verb here is Karyaha, Upakarya. Kadachit, Avanipala.
Avanipala. Sharvarihi is Dvitiya Bhavacham. This cannot be it. Sharvakalpa is Prathama. Puram is Dvitiya. Avishad. Very good. So now you got a structure for the sentence, because this twa gives you a very nice structure for the sentence. Which the simple sentence is that Avanipalaha says Katichid Sharvarihi Gamayitva, and then Puram Ayodhyam Puram Avishat. And then some adjectives are hanging around here, for the Pati. So on the way, this is Saptamis hanging around. See, I said you can leave out the Saptamis and Titiyas and the Chaturthis and the Panchamis and the Shashtis. Try to first zero in on the verb. There's only one Tingantam Padam, Ekating Vakyam, and that is Avishat. Now, which Gana of thing Avishat is? What do you think, when? Can you tell us? Which Gandhatu is wish to enter? So which Gana would this be in? Looking at the form, she will to tell me which Gana should be.
Looking like that, it looks like second?
No, because
there doesn't seem to be any.
There is an Akara in there, isn't it? How when the second Gana Shab look takes place then by 2472. Because here, if you can break it down now, you can see an Ad Agama, right? Avishad Ad Agama
is yes.
Dhatu is wish. Then there's an Akara in between there. Then there's Takara at the end.
Oh, Avishad, yeah,
Akara is correct. So this Takara is a Pratyaya, Tip and Itashcha is coming. So that's the Pratyaya. So between the Dhatu and the Pratyaya, some Vikaranam has come, Gana Vikaranam has come, which is an Akara.
Yes.
Now there are two Ganas which give the Gana Vikaranam in the form of an Akara, which is the Bhadi Gana. Kartri Shap is one of the possibility. But what was the problem with Kartri Shap? If we had Shap, what should have happened here? When can you tell
us? Guna, right?
Yeah, Guna. By Puganta Lagupa should become Vesh. But because Puganta Lagupatasya. So all this of course has come in daily examples many times. So Puganta Lagupatasya should run the Guna Adesha of the Lagupadha. Lagvi Upadha we have, which is Ikaraha. That has not happened. That means it must be in the sixth Gana, Tudadi. Tudadi. Yes, you can back out which should be.
Yes.
I think I have in a document here somewhere. I should have, even if I don't, it's straightforward form. Avishat, here it is. So first we bring the lakara.
Excuse me, Satish, how do I access the document?
Oh, this one,
Are
what
you
it is?
sent?
Yeah, you know what? There's a Google Docs. Do you go to Google Docs?
Yeah.
Go to Google Docs. Here, you see, in Google Docs, there is this Thursday doc. Unfortunately, I don't put this class's doc over there. You're talking about last class or this class's doc? Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, well, because you had very nicely done this, so it's better than
Yeah,
mine.
no, I'm
Note
doing that.
taking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't spend.
Thanks so much. You're doing a great job.
No,
I
what I'm
want
saying.
to go back to it. I didn't know.
No. Here, Satish, Thursday class, Raghuvamsham. Here it is.
Yeah.
This is the one.
Okay.
Google
Okay.
Doc. So, but I don't put this classes. I put up to the last classes.
Okay, that's good enough. Yeah,
So
I want
right
to go
now,
back
I
there.
mean, if you want to see the document right now on your computer, you will not.
Yeah. Right. No, next class. After the class over, I want to go over. Yes.
After the class, here it is. For example, last classes, it is here. So
Okay.
It takes a bit of time sometimes to put it in there, but I have.
Yeah.
So here, all of last classes in here. See everything. So verse
Okay.
92, everything is here.
Yes.
It may take me 3-4 days to get it in there, but it is there.
Yes.
So anyway, so what I do is after the class is over, I double check this one more time in all the notes, and I put them in the Google Doc. So because it saves a lot of time in the class, you spend too much time typing in the class, and people may not want all the details also. So there's we go over this quickly in the class. So here we have the pratyaya lang, anadhyatane lang. Always know the three adhikaras which coming in the Ashtadhyaya in a nice chronological sequence, kalanukramena, because this Panini starts, Bhute Adhikara, 3 to 84, then Vartamane, with Vartamane let, Panini starts from 3 to 123, and then Bhavishyati goes from 333. So now we're talking about the past tense, so we'll be in the Bhute Adhikara, which starts from 3 to 84. Eventually you have to get an idea of the Ashtadhyaya. There's no other way. That's why I keep on harping on in every class is, please somehow try to make entrance on Ashtadhyaya. If you want to become Vyakana Naipunyam, there's no other way to do that. I mean, Siddhanta Kaumudi is good and very good, but even, I don't know how many of you know, but even Paturi Dikshita, of course, the famous composer of Siddhanta Kaumudi, he wrote a commentary, I think, Shabda Kaustubha, which is a commentary in Ashtadhyaya first. Then he wrote the Siddhanta Kaumudi after that. Unfortunately, Shabda Kaustubha is not available today in fully, but anyway, that's another story. But so keep the Ashtadhyaya always in front of your eyes. So Bhute Adhikara comes here, and there Panini starts with the default passage, which is lung. But then Anadhyatane lang. Lung is to be used, but it's not of today. Anadhyatane lang. So this is a very old story. Only problem here is really that Anadhyatane lang has this below that is parokshe lit. So technically speaking, if you take the speaker's Kalidasaha now, I mean he did not see Dashratha entering into the palace, to the city. So if you take parokshe lit, technically speaking, lit should have been used. But these are not follow 100%. So lung has been used, even though it looks like parokshe lit. So lung pratyaya is got in here. Then you do the anubandha lopaha. Then tip tajji pratyaya tip comes here because the karta is avanipalaha.
Yeah, Satish. Satish.
Yeah.
So on that logical basis, when someone writes a story, it is never possible to use lung, right? It always has to be lit.
He could have witnessed the story, then he can use lung.
Unless he was himself a participant in the story.
Yes, he could not. Witness means you could have heard it, seen it. Doesn't mean that you have. So yes, I mean he may be just a witness, not participating as a witness, I guess. So otherwise, if you don't explain all these Puranas, Itihasas, it's almost not possible unless you somehow transport the scene into because what you could have is that you could have talking a story from her, whatever, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 years ago, but now somebody else might be speaking now. Always keep an eye out who is the Vakta. Be careful of that. Who is the Vakta over here, So who is the Vakta over here? Who is the speaker? So now that is the thing, in fact, one of the interesting came up, not to spend too much time, but on this point is that, like we say, Tamuvacha Rishi Keshaha Prasanniva Bharata, Eneurubhayor Madhye, this point came up in one of those Sanskrit camps, is just to go to Gita just for a quick second, just to illustrate the point of always keeping an eye on who is the Vakta, who's speaking this sentence.
Meaning right the character in the story or the writer?
Or the Kavi or the Lekhakaha, the Racheta, whoever it is. So now we have to be careful, because now here comes this question is that Tamuvacha Rishikeshaha Prasanneva Bharata. Tamuvacha Rishikeshaha Prasanneva Bharata. The question came up is how will the Prajapati become Tat being used? Because Tat is only Parokshe. Parokshe Tat Vijaniya. So you cannot say Sahagachati when somebody is standing in front of you, when you can see the person. You should not say, Saha Pashyati or something like that, because it's only Paroksh. You should say Esha Pashyati, Aso Pashyati. You can say it like that, or Ayam Pashyati. You should not say Saha Pashyati. Even though people do say that's incorrect. Tattu Parokshe Vijaniyat. But then how about here now? Because Rishikeshaha, Sri Krishna said to Arjuna, Arjuna is clearly standing in front of him. He's not Parokshe. But then who is the Vakta here? The Vakta is Vyasa. It is not, or Sanjaya. Sorry, Sanjaya, right here. Sanjaya. Yeah. Now Sanjaya is Paroksha for Sanjaya. So we can say she said this to him. Now even though those two people who are talking might be face to face, the one who's narrating, the narrator, is not in the scene right now. So for him, both, for the narrator, both him and her are Paroksha. Even though that him and her are standing face to face in the story, so for Sanjaya, both Rishikesh and Arjuna, both Paroksha. So he can say Tam, because this question came up, okay, Tattu Paroksha Vijaniyat, but these are two standing face to face, and how he says Tam, because who's speaking over here? Sanjaya is speaking here. So you always watch out who's speaking, who's the Vakta, who's saying this sentence. So here is clearly Kalidasa. So, and then he says Avanipalha Avishad. So it's a little bit, but these are used, but this is a good lesson for us. We shouldn't expect like 100% them to follow, all these rules. So don't expect like lung to be never used, when, can you hear me when?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought my phone
yeah,
came okay.
Yeah.
No, so don't expect this,
I can hear.
never to be used, when it's the thing. Okay, so that is let's finish off this prakriya over here. So lang lakara came in, anubandha lopaha, upadeshajana nasikait halantyam. Then all this first is always the same. Tiptasji, patya tip came in because the pratham purusha ekavachanam. Itascha. Itascha means if you have a nit lakaraha, then the ending ikaraha takes lopaha. So this so if you look at the vritti of itascha 3, 4, 100, so itascha. So anuvritti of nyataha comes into here. One more habit we mentioned many times is always finish off the operation in 3.4. Don't move out of 3.4. After applying 3.478, always finish off this operation. So nitaha lasya, nitlakarasya, parasmai padam ikarantam. Parasmai padam yat tadantasya lopaha. So this is the parasmai padam, the ending ikaraha, so ending takes lopaha. Then we get, tudadibhyashaha. Apavada for shap. So we have Kartari Shap is 3168. If below that Tudadibhya, which is the sixth Ganaha, that takes the Shashtaha Ganaha, takes the 77 Tudadibhya Shaha. So in fact, you look at the Dhatu, Tud is the representative Dhatu, even same Tudati. There also you see there's a Lagu Padha. One more thing to remember is that all Dhatus, the default go in the Bhavadi Ganaha. They only come out of the Bhavadi Ganaha whenever there is some, they will not fit in there. So this dhatu, wish or tud would not fit in there because as we said, guna would have taken place. So that is why they put sudadi ganaha. So then after that, okay, why did I put 1, 2, 4 over here? Sarvadhatukam apit. Yeah, of course, because the pratyaya sha which came in here, that is a apit pratyaya. It has sanya of sarvadhatukam, tingshit sarvadhatukam. So because of it becomes nitvat. So again, this has all been covered in detail in the daily examples. So I don't spend too much time in the class. But the pratyaya sha distinguishes from the pratyaya shap because the shap has pakaras in it, the sha does not. So that's why by sarvadhatukam apit, it becomes nitvat. And then kiniticha stops the gunadesha, which would have come by puganta lagupatasya cha. And then of course after that adagamaha adyantau takitau avishat. So that is the uttaravartini kriya. So now we got some basic structure here. Javanipalaha, Pathi, Katichit Sharvarihi Gamayatva, having passed some nights, means having cause to go. Having caused some nights to go, means that it is having passed. Having passed some nights, Avanipalaha, Dashratha, who was Sharvakalpaha, also Prathama Ekvachanam, who was almost equal to Lord Shiva. We're going to see this in a second in the commentary. He entered the city Ayodhya, Ayodhyam Purim Avishad, and then there is a adjective to Ayodhya, which is Kuvalayita Gavaksham. Gavaksha is a window, so it means almost looks like a round window, looks like the eye of a cow. So Kuvalayita, Kuvalaya is lotuses. Kuvalayita, something in which lotuses have appeared. So lotuses, so it was Ayodhya, in her windows, lotuses had appeared. What were these lotuses? Lotuses were actually the eyes of the young woman who wanted to take a peek at Sita. So there were these, so Lochanai, Angananam Lochanai. So this Ayodhya, all of a sudden in her windows, there were lotuses appeared. Lotuses were the eyes of these young women, Angananam Lochanai. So by these Lochanai, of course, Titiya Bahuvachanam, Angananam is Yuvatinam, the young, so Angananam is Shashti going with Lochanai. So she was rendered lotus windowed on account of by the eyes of these young women who were anxious to take a peek at Maitri Darshaninam. So that's the whole thing. Only thing here is Pati has an adjective here, Krupta Ramyopakarye. Upakarya is still a little bit strange word. It's like these tents, facilities. Upakru is like to facilitate, to favor. So upakriyate, atva upakaroti, upakarya. Upakarya is like a spacious tent. So the king, this is the adjective to Pati. So having passed away some nights along the way which was on which along the way which was on which these delightful tents had been set up for him. That's the whole shloka. Let's see what Mulyanata says. Okay, let's finish the vibhaktis first. We have Pati Saptami Ekvachanam, Gamayitva is Namvyam, because of Tva, Tosun, Kasanaha. In the Ashtadhyayi, there are only 5 rules. There are only 5 rules which define the Vyasanya, and it starts with the Suradanipatam Avyayam, this has been covered in detail in the daily examples. So Tva, Tosun, Kasanaha. Anything in the Tva Pratyaha gets the Avyasanya. So this is an Avyayam. Then Kripta Ramyopakarye is qualifying Pati. So it's in a Bahuvari compound. Any Bahuvari compound is an adjective. So this is a Saptami Ekvachanam Pullinge. Now Kati Chit. Now Kati and Chit. So Chit is an Avyayam. While the Sharvari, look at what Kati is qualifying. Kati is qualifying Sharvarihi. So Sharvarihi is like Nadihi. This is Dvitiya Bahuvachanam. Dvitiya Bahuvachanam. So this is going to take the, Kati is also Dvitiya Bahuvachanam. Now how is Kati derived? This has also been covered in daily examples many times. We'll go through the document in a second. So you can see that the Chit is an Avyayam, but the Kati is not. You can say Kaschit, Kena Chit, Kasya Chit. So Kati is Dvitiya Bahuvachanam. It is going with Sharvarihi. Avani Palaha, of course, straightforward compound. Avanehe Palaha. So Palayatiti Palaha. Who protects the earth means the king. Pratama Ekvachanam. Sharvakalpaha is adjected to him. Pratama Ekvachanam. Puram is Dvitiya Ekvachanam. So Pur Pratipadikam. Like Pur is stealing the Pratipadikam. We can take Pur. And then Avishad, we just talked about that. Ayodhyam is Dvitiya Ekvachanam. It's the karma of the dhatu Vish. Now Maithili Darshaninam is an adjective to Anganana. So this is going to be Shashti Bahuvachanam. Silinga Shashti Bahuvachanam. And then Kuvalayita Gavaksham is a Visheshanam for Ayodhya. So Kuvalayita Gavaksham is going to be Dvitiya Ekvachanam. Lochanai, obviously, like Vanaihi, is Titiya Bahuvachanam. Let's look at what Mulyanata has to say. Mulyanata says that he starts with Atha iti. Atha. First he explains the word Sharva Kalpaha. Now why is he putting that first, you think, when? Why do you start with that word? Why not somewhere else?
Because it's adjective for the Karta.
Very good. So subject, object, verb. So Karta, right. Then, Karma, Kriya. That's a general, Anvaya Kramaha. Now what is happening is that the Avanipalaha, the Sharathaha is the Karta, but he has an adjective prior to it. So he has to take, now you understand why Mulyanata takes Sharva Kalpa as the first word, because he wants to start with the Karta, and then he wants to put adjective before him. So what does he give? Ishada samaptaha sharvaha. These are all technical words, by the way. Ishada samaptaha. The moment you see this word, he expects you to have known from the Ashtadhyayi that what is Ishada samapta. I mean, of course, he's being very kind to us, and he gives the sutram. Ishada samaptau iti kalpa pratyaha. Kalpa pratyaha is very straightforward. Whichever comes when we in our Saturday class when we read the Bala Ramayanam. In Bala Ramayanam comes the example Agnikalpanam, Rishinam Agnikalpanam. So Ramayanam chapter 1, should done in full detail in the Saturday class, in the second class Ramayanam, the Bala Ramayanam with Agnikalpanam, Rishinam. So these rishis were almost like fire, Agnikalpanam, that we had in the Ramayanam. Anyway, it says Sharva Kalpaha, the Shartaha is almost equal to Ishadda Samaptaha means he is slightly short. He is almost equal to. Let's look at the sutram very quickly. I have it in the document. Okay, let's look at the here. So this is 5367. 5367. Ishada Samapto Kalpap. So Muni Kalpaha you can say is equal to a Muni. Deva Kalpaha is equal to a god. Almost equal to a god. Like that, you know. Ishada Samapto, they given this Kalpap Deshiyaraha. So there is three pratyahas which are given with this Ishada Samapto. Now, right now we want to use only the pratyaya Kalpap, but not this. That's not the only one which is given. There are two others given. We don't have to concern with them right now. So the pratyaya is one of them is Kalpap, and then the other one is Deshiyar and the Kalpap Deshya and Deshiyar. Kalpap Deshya and Deshiyar. This is what. Now, okay, let's go to the Vrutti quickly, and then there's nothing. See, the difficult thing with Tadita is getting the sutram, getting to the pratyaya. Unlike in Tinganta Prakaranam, we have a lot of angakaryam and interaction between the pratyaya. Here, mostly once you get the sutram, it's a straightforward operation. Not much is involved in doing the angakaryam. So this is good news and bad news. So Ishadunaha Vidvan says Vidvat Kalpaha, Vidvat Deshyaha, Vidvat Deshiyaha. So Sampurnata Padarthanam Samapti, Sampurnata. So Stoke means slightly, Asampurnata, Ishada Samapti. Ishada Samapti means Stokena Asampurnata. Slightly short, slightly short. Prakrityartha Visheshanam Chetat. Prakrityartham, so means that somebody, Prakriti and Pratyaha, right? So the Prakriti, the Pratipadikam which is taken the Pratyaha, the thing distinguished by this quality is slightly short. Ishad Samapti Vishishte Arthe Vartamanat Pratipadikat Kalpap Deshya Desheti Eti Pratyabhavanti. Ishad Samapta Patuhu means he is skilled. He's almost an expert in this. He is slightly short, but slightly short. So Patu Kalpaha. So Patu Kalpaha means that he is clever, but he's slightly short. So Vishishtyarthe, some typos here should be Vishishtyarthe. So let us finish this in document. I put in document already, and this is you take the. I just put it before the class. I did this one. So you put it here, Sharva plus Su, and then put the Pratyaya Kalpap. There's nothing special here. I mean, this Pratyaya Su takes, Rama has a question. Yes, Rama. Yes, Steve.
Satish ji?
Yes, sir.
The Sanjaya Uvacha.
Yes,
Sanjaya, even though he is not at the war, but when Dhritarashtra asks him with his Divya Shakti, he was able to see what is going on in the war field. Then how can it be Paroksha? He is looking from his own eyes.
Yeah, see now that if you take it like that, then what should have been the form then? To say Imam Muvach. But then the entire Gita, if you look at the entire Gita Sanjaya narrates, he doesn't narrate as, Pratyaksha.
Okay.
Even though the story was, Divya Chakshu he got.
Yeah.
He doesn't narrate like that. In the entire Gita, he narrates as his Paroksha. That's the way he narrates the entire Gita. So yeah,
Okay.
it's true. I mean, the point is that way, that way you can even say Valmiki had Divya Chakshu also he had. So, then it becomes difficult to say because there are stories in which, Valmiki also technically saw all of this with his eyes. So then you
Okay,
can
all
say,
right.
but then even the Ramayana becomes, aparoksha then. So then you cannot use lift in Ramayana anymore because he's narrating the Ramayana and he saw it himself, everything happening. So yeah, so the point is a good one, but point is a good one is that if you saw, okay, Nagarajaji, this is an interesting topic. People, okay, yes, Nagaraji, yes.
Yeah. Just I want to say that some people, I heard somebody saying that the Bhagavad Gita started after the war started. That means, I think after Bhishma Parva or so, the Bhagavad Gita started. That
That
way.
is true. That is so maybe Sanjay saw it, but he's not
Yeah.
not closer to him right now, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, sorry, he's not Pratiksha right now for him. So even though he saw it at that time, he's not
Correct.
it. So yeah, so there may be some complication like that. It's possible. But anyway, the bottom line is the form which has been used by him is Uparokshe. So yeah, but anyway, thank you. Yes, this is whether he actually saw at that time, but the point is good. And the Gita is actually a flashback. The Gita actually in the Mahabharata comes as a flashback in what has already happened. What has already happened. So that could be another reason why it is not, because right now he's not seeing it. But you know what? Even if you take it as a flashback, technically the yeah, I guess we could argue that way, that he is not seeing him right now. Right now he's not seeing him. Okay. So that could be another way to look at that. Good. Thank you for your comments. That is true. So it's not exactly clear what is Paroksha, what is not. Could be like a gray area in some of these stories. So Ishara Samapto Kalpam Deshya Deshiyaraha Deshiyar. So this is Pratama Bhavachanam in the Sutram here. So there we have Isharva plus Su plus Kalpap. Of course, Halantyam, the Pakara is gone. Then because you get the Pratipadika Sanya, because of Kut Tadita Samasascha, Tadita Pratyaha, and then, Supo Dhatu Padvitki or Supluk, Isharva Kalpa, straightforward form, nothing. So only Supluk takes place by 2471. Supo Dhatu Padvitiki Yoho, and then of course the It Sanya for the Pakara, which is Halantyam. So this is an adjective. So in this case we have, so that is the first commentary of Malinatha on this one. So Ishara Samaptau Kalpap. So Pratyaha. Then Avani Palaha, straightforward Avanehe Palaha. So Palayati ti Palaha we can do. To Pala.
Satish?
Yes.
Sharva means Ishvara?
Sharva means, Sharvaya Namaha, right? Sharva is Shankara.
Shankara? Why would Dasharatha be compared to Shiva, you think?
Gauravat, Prabhavat, because it's by his glory, his power, like that. Yes, Nagaraj. Your hand is up.
Ishvara Sharva Ishana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but correct. So Sharva comes in Rudram, so so Sharva Namaha, so it comes here. But I mean, it is, he was so, I guess, powerful, strong, glorious, like that, I think.
What kind of meaning does the word Sharva come in? What does it mean? Like
yeah, it does mean. Let me take a look. Sharva. We will try to find this. We will try to find the meaning for this.
Apteji?
No, I think the meaning you will try to look in more in the Amar Kosha commentary, because Apte will not give us a detailed meaning. Yes.
Okay.
Ramaji, yes, I have your hand is up.
Satish ji?
Yes.
Yeah, Sharva is one of the Vishnu's name in Vishnu Sahasranama.
Oh, it also is there also. Okay, this is a more good point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Remember your childhood days when they're coming back?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were doing the Vishnu Sahasranama at 6 o'clock in the morning. Now they're coming back to you now.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. So it's the name for both. So let's see what the etymology of Sharva is.
Yeah, that's interesting.
About Sharva.
Same is used for both Shiva and Vishnu.
Yeah, 13. So, but it's used more often for Shiva, though. I must say that. But
okay.
We look at let's look at the translation quickly. What the translation says. I'm pretty sure he'll say Shankara only. He will say. Let me look at the translation. See, resembles Shiva. You see that?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It is mostly Shiva. But yeah, let's see. Let's see what the Shambhurisha Pashupatihi Shivaha Shuli Maheshwaraha Sharvaha. Okay, it's come right here. Sharvaha 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are all synonyms for Lord Shiva in the Amar Kosha. Okay,
Okay.
That would be, let's see what he gives. I think it's number 8. So shunati, shu himsayam, unadi sutram, sharva himsayam ityato va. There are two dhatus. There's dhatu shru himsayam, so one who kind of, I guess, injures or hurts the evildoers. Atva says shru himsayam atva sharva gatau iti sharva himsayam. Sharva himsa mityato va. So there are 2-3 possibilities. Dhatu sharva, dhatu shru. Vabayora bhedat. So sharva, sharva, pachadyach, sarvaha api. So sarvaha, sharvaha. Anyway, one who hurts, one who kind of, the evildoers, or one who goes everywhere. That's the two ways of deriving it. Dhatu shru himsayam and sharva gatau. So sharva himsayam also is there. There also sharva gatau. Okay, these 3. Okay, so that is Sharva Kalpaha. And then Avanipalaha, straightforward. Kripta, dhatu kript is to fashion, to make ready, to facilitate, to erect, to prepare. So kripta means is straightforward, nishtha pratyaya. So remember, one thing is we see this compound over here. It says kripta ramyopakarya. Now you can see the nishtha pratyaya at the beginning over here. Of course, the Ramya Upakara is clearly a Karmadharya compound, delightful tense. So you will see here in the Vigraha Vakyam, it says Ramyaha equals Navaha, Upakaryaha Yasmin Saha. So says Yasmin Saha means clearly it's a Bahuvari compound. That Yastat Pradipatikam has been used. So it is that path along which these delightful tents, new tents, spacious tents have been erected, have been constructed, have been facilitated, have been prepared. So this all things qualifying for tasmin pathi. So kriptaha, what I'm trying to say is that this, when you see this nishtha prati, nishthantam padam as the pura padam in a compound, that should tip you off that this is probably a Bahuvari compound. In the Bahuvari compound, I said to you, the way to decide, this is all happening in the Wednesday class when you're doing compounds, but the way to decide when something should go as a Pura Padam or as Uttar Padam, the way to decide that is by the Sutra which says Upasajanam Purvam. In the Bahuvari, we are going too many details, Bahuvari compound, Sarvopasarjanaha, means that every Padam of a Bahuvari compound is Upasajana Sanya. So we do not know which to put first, and because the Sutra Upasajanam Purvam cannot help us. The general rule, every Padam in a Bahuvari compound is Upasajana Sanya. So Panini has specific rules, and there he says, Saptami Visheshane Bahuvrihau. This is Nishtha. The Sutram Nishtha comes in 3.2. It also comes here. Nishthantam Padam Purvam in a Bahuvrihau. So it is Purnipataha. So that's what I'm trying to tell you is that if you want to quickly try to guess this compound, one more thing has happened here, of course, is the Linga Parivartanam, Upakaryaha. Upakarya is a feminine noun. But look at if in the shloka it has become Upakarya. Because Upakarya, this is declined like Ramavat now. So Kriptaram Ramyo Upakarya declined like Rame Saptami Ekavachanam. The fact that this has taken the Linga Parivartanam, taken the Rasva Adeshaha, that all are telling you that this is going to be Bahuvari compound. So let's look at the Vigraha Vakyam one more time. First thing we want to do is make Ramyaha Upakaryaha. Ramyaha Upakaryaha means this. So Ramyashchataha Upakaryaha means they are the delightful tense. He puts a commentary here. In fact, the reason why he probably split this up just was to give the word Navaha. Otherwise, you don't. This is a straightforward Karmadharya compound. Ramyaha equals Navaha Upakaryaha Yasmin Saha. So then Triptaha Ramya. So once you make a Tatpurusha compound, if that compound enters into a bigger compound, you can forget about the Pura Padam. See, once you make a Tatpurusha compound, Tatpurusha has a Pradhanyam in the Uttara Padam. So you've already accounted for the Pura Padam. So when that Tatpurusha compound, which of course Karmadharya is a subset of Tatpurusha compound, it's Tatpurusha Bhedha it is, so it includes Karmadharya also. When you want to analyze or kind of go further from there into a bigger compound of which this is a part, you can forget about the Pura Padam because it is already accounted for. So when you say Ramyopakaryaha, then you can forget about Ramya. Just then you can collapse the bracket and make it Kriptopakaryaha. Kriptopakaryaha. upakaryaha will be simple compound. Ramya is only tagging on to this upakaryaha. So kriptaha ramyaha equals navaha upakaryaha yasmin saha. So it is that road on which these delightful tents were prepared. Tasmin. Now again, see, we came up to saha is pratama ekavachanam. But in the shloka we have pati. So Mulinatha puts it back in the shloka context. The first thing he derives is kriptaha ramyaha equals navaha upakaryaha yasmin saha. Saha is panthaha. Saha will give panthaha. Then tasmin pati. So he wants to put it back in the shloka as tasmin, because in the shloka this has saptami ekavachanam. So for bringing it to pratama ekavachanam first, then say tasmin pati. In that path. No katichit, no commentary. Let's go to our document here. Katichit. This word kati. This one, the word kati. I think I have it here. Katichit. Okay. Now this pratyaya dati has been used over here. 5-41. 5-41. Kati means how many. How many. Let's look at 5-41 for a second. Again, this is pratyaya dati has been used on prajpadikam kim. So 5-41. Kimaha. So kimaha sankhya parimane daticha. Kind of straightforward sutram. This prajpadikam kim. Sankhya parimane, which means how many. We have to measure how many. Daticha. Pratyaya dati can be used along with what is coming down. So dati can also be used. Daticha. So kimaha sankhya parimane daticha. So when that happens, then we get kim plus su and then dati. Once you make dati, of course, the chutu. So dakarasi it sanya anubandha lope ati. Same thing here. This gets the prajpadika sanya kuttadita samasascha and supo dhatu prajpadika yoho kim plus ati. Now ditvat tehe lopaha. Because the sutram which is there is tehe. The sutram tehe comes in the bhasya dikara 2 times. It comes in the, we have to be careful about this one. One comes in, so bhasya dikara starts from 6-4-129. In the bhasya dikara comes the sutram tehe. And anuvritti there is diti, ter lopaha. So diti. So when you have a angam which has the bhasanya, again by yachibham. When you want to test for yachibham, remove its letters first, anubandha lope. See, all the anubandhas are only packaging. They don't contribute to the actual pratyaya itself. So after the anubandha lopa, pratyaya is ati. It's ajadi pratyaya. The angam kim will get the bhasanya. If you have a angam which has the bhasanya followed by dit pratyaya, then the T bhaga of the angam takes lopaha. That's why the key, of course, T bhaga is achontyadi T. The im is the T bhaga becomes kati. So kati means how many. How many. Now this same sutram tehe comes in let's see Talaye bhutani hinasti iti sharvaha. Oh, Amar Koshaha. Oh, thank you. Oh, Venkashi, thank you. Thank you, Ji. So he says Talaye bhutani hinasti iti sharvaha. That's Shru Himsayam, right? So we saw that. So one who destroys is everybody at the end of Pralaya. So today we have a lot of class participation, which is good. Thank you, Venkaji. So good. So that is Pralaya Bhutani Hinastiti Sharvaha. Okay. That's Shru Himsayam. It's one of the possibilities which we discussed. So Tehe, the T Bhaga Silopaha, we have to be careful, but Tehe comes again. The same Adhikara, a little bit lower. But that is in a different context. That is the Ishtan, Imanich, and Iyasun Satya follows. Okay, so that is different, but the same Sutram Tehe comes over there. Be careful. But anyway, we are using this one, 64143. Now, what happens is that we have to know when we decline this Kati plus Shas, we want Ditya Bahuvachanam because that's qualifying Sharvar E. So Ditya Bahuvachanam because that, if I look at the beautiful Padanvaya which is done, because Katijit Sharvarihi, Ratrihi, is there a typo here? Should be Ratri Irgamayitva. Let me check 1 second. It looks maybe a typo because we want Ditya Bahuvachanam. So now Ratri should be Ratri Irgamayitva. Hold on. Let me just check quickly. Yeah, Ratrihi. So that's the typo here. So we want Ditya Bahuvachanam. If we take Mati Shabdaha Matihi, it should be Ratri Irgamayitva. So now beautiful Padanvaya as usual. So he puts the adjective before the or the pronoun before the noun, and then he gives the meaning Ratrihi. And again, this whole thing is an object of the dhatu gam, gamayitva. So that's why, see again beautifully, he puts the object before the verb, and before the noun comes the pronoun or the adjective comes before that. So now when we take this kati and want to decline it in Dvitiya Bahuvachanam, we look at this Sutram 1123, 1125, 7122. Now these have been used very frequently in all the daily examples, so please practice. So this is coming here, is Bahu Gana Vatu Dati Sankhya. First you get a Sankhya Sanya. Sankhya is a technical word here, so it's a Sanya. So when something in the Pratyaya Dati, you get a Sankhya Sanya. And then what happens is that the Shnanta Shata and then Daticha. When something ends in the Dati Pratyaya gets the Shat Sanya. So this gets the Daticha. And then we get the Shatbhyo Luk. So Daticha gives a Shat Sanya, then Shatbhyo Luk, which is 7122. Shatbhyo Luk. So let's look at this quickly. 1123. Don't forget all these rules which we have learnt. You practice them. So one is the Sankhya Sanya, one is the Shat Sanya, and one is the Angakaryam, which is Shatbhyo Luk. It says Bahu Gana Vatudati iti ete Sankhya Sanya Bhavanti. So this is Sankhya Sanya. You can hear there's a typo. Sorry, a lot of typos in these documents. We need to clean up these documents someday. But since there is no time, we have to just use what we have. So says that 123 says Bahu Gana Vatudati iti ete Sankhya Sanyaha Bhavanti. And then Daticha, the Daticha says. So next sutram was Shnanta Shata. So when you have a Sankhya ending in the Murjanya Shakara or the Nakara, which is the 6 of them, which is the Panchan, Shash, Saptan, Ashtan, Navan, Dashan, they get the Shat Sanya. But not only these 6, but the next sutram says is that the Datyantaha Ya Sankhyaha. So if you have the ending in Dati and have the Sankhya Sanya also, they also get the Shat Sanya. So I hope you're following this, is that the Dati Pratyanta Shabdaha will get the Sankhya Sanya by 1123, and then by 1125, because it has a Sankhya Sanya, it's ending in Dati, it gets the Shat Sanya. And then after that, Shatbhyo Luk comes over here. Shatbhyo Luk. So it is the Anuvritti of just and Shas is coming down. Just Shashoho, Shatbhyo Luk. So when we have finally with 7122 Shatbhyo Luk, so please practice these. We have limited time in the class, we can go in more detail, but becomes Kati. I was wondering how did Kati become Dvitiya Bahuvachanam? Why did it not declare like Mati? How it become Kati like that? Because Shatbhyo Luk. So if you look at the Padanvaya again, is that Kati Chit? Chit makes it indefinite, so some nights. Kati means how many? So means a few. It means it is a few nights. Sharvari Ratrihi. Look at the sandhi here. Should be Sharvarihi. So Sharvaris plus Ratrihi. So here with the Sasajusho Roho, then Rori, then Dhalope Purush Dirghonaha. But here already Dirgha you have, so there will be no more effect. Like in our, it says Ramena Vyata Nishachara Chamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha. So Chamuhu plus Ramaya. Same thing here. Sharvarihi plus Ratrihi. So Sharvaris, Sasajusho Roho becomes Sharvarir. And then, after that, Rori. So when Refa followed by Refa takes Lopaha, and then Dhalope Purvasya Dirghonaha. But you already have the Dirgha Ikara, so there's no effect over here. Sharvarihi equals Ratrihi Gamayitva. So Gamayitva also we done in the class actually many times. So I'll just put it, I have it in the document here. Dhatu Gam, the question here is that why not Gamayitva? Because when you take the Dhatu Gam, this is the causative form, Gamayitva. Hetu Maticha. And the Hetu means he's causing the nights to go. Gam plus Nich, 3126, Hetu Maticha. Anubandha Lope, Chutu Halantyam, Gam plus E. Now at this point, I've had this, Atopa, this is the wrong number, I'm sorry. It should be 116, I think. Because Atopadhayaha. The Pratyaya following is Nit or Nit. Chavarga Panchama, Tvattavarga Panchama is a Nit or Nit. So then what happens is that the Angam, if he has the Upadha as Akaraha, that takes Vriddhi, Atopadhayaha. So Gam has the Upadha, the penultimate letter is Akaraha, The pratyaya is nich, nich has nakara as an it. So atopadhaya should make it gami. It does make it gami. But then how can we get gamayitva? Why not gramayitva then? And the famous example is, right, the Upanishad, right, Udaranyak Upanishad, which says that asatoma sadgamaya, right, etc. So it becomes gamaya, not gamaya. Now how is that? Why is that happening? Because of this sutram, which is the mitam hrasvaha, mitam hrasvaha, mitam hrasvaha. So very, 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 very important sutram we see when you see the rasva coming over here. The pratyaya nich follows. Always think of mitam hrasvaha, mitam hrasvaha. So let's look at mitam hrasva for a second. And the difficult thing about mitam hrasva is that knowing which dhatus are considered to be mit. So because they're not sakshat mit, they don't have sakshat makarha idrupena nagrihitaha. They don't have actually a makara in dhatu part. Dhatu is gamlur gatau. So then this, how do we know that gamlur is to be considered as makara zanit? That's the difficult part over here. So if you look at 6492, the vritti of that is say, is mitaha dhatavaha, ghatadeha mitaha, ityevam adeha, ye pratipaditaha, tesham upadhayaha, rasso bhavati nauparataha. So these dhatus which have makaras in it, they take rasva adesha nauparataha. Now, but the gamlu doesn't have makaras in it. It has this rikaras in it. So now, how do we know? What is it is there is a section in the bhvadiganaha. It says ghatadeho mitaha. Ghatadeho mitaha. In fact, maybe I can show you in the dhatu part. If you give me a second, let me try to show you that in the dhatu part because we've done this many times. See, dhatu ghata. Let me look at this. We have this dhatu part online. Let me try to show. Give me 1 second. This ghatadeha mitaha. So dhatu ghata in the bhvadigana is number 867. Yeah, I think it's 867. Okay. So if I put this here, I think I have it over here. So let's go over here. This dhatu partha, if you go in the bhvadiganaha, number 867 onwards, this is this, should be the ghatadeha mitaha. So 867. Let's see if you can find it here. I can show you that one. 867. Ghatadeha. Oh yeah, 867, yeah. See, ghata cheshtayam. See, ghatadeha mitaha. That is the ghatadeha mitaha. It's considered mit dhatavaha. Okay? And there will be a gana sutram. It may not be here in this dhatu partha. There should be a gana sutram here. See if you can find it. They may not be here. Okay, it's not here. Okay. In that, I was hoping it would be here. But there is a gana sutram here, which I put in the document here. Anyway, so when you look at 6492, 6492, mitam hrasvaha, always come to dhatu partha and look at this section ghatadeha mitaha. That's why you can say asa ghatadeha mitaha. So this itself is a gana sutram is saying that these ghat etc. dhatus are considered to be having makaras in it. So in fact, some of them may not even belong to the bhvadiganaha. So, but they have been put over here in order to make them as myth. So this 6492 immediately, so because if you look at the vritti which we just saw for 6492, which is that, ghatadeyaha mitaha ityevam adeyaha ye pratipaditaha. So those which have been taught as have been made as those which have been said to have makaras in it by ghatadeya mitaha, they are the one referred to in this sutram mitam hrasvaha. And then in that there is a gana sutram which says that jani jrush kinnasu ranjo mantascha amantascha antascha. Any dhatu ending in an like gum is also considered to be a part of the ghatadi list. So now that makes gum into a mit dhatu. Then we can make mitam hrasvaha when nich is following, this will become gami. So one more time, mitam hrasvaha says the upadha takes hrasvaha adeshaha. When nich follows, now to find which dhatus have merged in it, you cannot look at the dhatu partha and expect to have merged in it. You have to come to this section, the bhvadiganaha, which starts from this dhatu ghata cheshtayam, which is number I think 867 in this copy of dhatu partha. Which from there on, that section, these dhatus are given there as have been said to be have merged in it. So there's the Gana Sutram which says that it's not the only Gana Sutram there. There are some others also. Jani, like Janayati. Oh, in fact, comes in Gita. How about this one? Comes in Gita. Tasya sanjanayan hansham harsham kudukuru vruddha pitamaha. In fact, very chapter 1 of Gita itself, it is Tasya sanjanayan hansham kuru vruddha pitamaha. Yes, sanjanayan harsham. See, if in fact, in the chapter 1 of Gita itself, number 12 shlokaha, Tasya sanjanayan harsham, janayan, kudu vruddha pitamaha. So Bhishma Devaha, he generated joy for this Duryodhana. Sanjitasya Duryodhanasya Sanjanayan Harsham. So creating joy. Janayan. Simvanadam Vinadyocha Shankam Dantam Pratapavan. Whatever. So here comes to Janayan. You have to become, why not Janayan then? Why not Janayan? Yes, Venkatji. Okay, your hand is up, Venkatji. Okay, anyway, I'll keep you unmuted. So Sanjanayan, I know he's a Gita premi, so maybe he has a comment here. So Janayan. So when you say the shloka of the Gita next time around, Sanjanayan Harsham, think of Mitam Rasvaha. Didn't become Janayan, became Janayan. Okay. So that what do you think of that? Because it's Dhatu Jani. This Dhatu Jani is mentioned in this one here. Dhatu Jani. So Sattam Sukhe Sanjayati. Yes. Sattam Sukham Janayati. Rajah Karmani Bharata. Very good. So I knew you had some comment on Gita. Thank you. Good to have Venkatji in the class. Chapter number 14. That's the Gunatri Vibhaga Yoga. Gunatri Vibhaga Yoga comes in. So another place comes in Gita. Rajah Karmani Bharata. So Jnanamuttamaha. Sattam Sukhe Sanjayati. No, the Sanjayati is not that way, Venkatji. This Sanjayati, Dhatu is here, Dhatu Ji becomes Jayati. There we have Janayan, that is Dhatu Jan. You will be careful now. Yeah, Sattam Sukhe Sanjayati. So Sattam Sukhe Sanjayati. So in the mode of happiness, Sattam is victorious. Sattam Sukhe, Rajah Karmani Bharata is dominant. Sattam, so this Dhatu is Dhatu Ji, Jayati. Son of Upasarga, son, but Jayati. But there in chapter 1 which I was talking about, so this is not Mitamasa, because one more thing is that you have to have the Aya in there. But this Aya is not from the niche taking Guna and the Shap combining with H-I-Y-Yavaha. This Dhatu is Ji, Jayati, Ji Jayat, Ji Jayat. So that Dhatu is Ji. This is not the niche, but it was a close. So you'll be careful. So this Sanjayati is from Dhatu Ji only. There's no niche pratyaya here. The one that we need is the one from the chapter 1. Sanjanayan. So no, Janayan is Shatru pratyaya being used, but so Jani, the Janayan has been used. Okay, so that is the one that we need. If we chant chapter 1 of Gita, think about the sutra because it says Jani Pradurbhave. This is a different dhatu. So that also will be considered as an hit. So comes in Gita Sattam Sukhe, I'm sorry. Tasya Sanjanayan Harsham. Okay, so Gam then Twa Pratyak Twa, because this gets a dhatu sanya, because Tanajanta Dhatavaha, is the Idagamaha, because any this is see the in Nishedha, which is the Ekash Upadeshanadatta 7 to 10 is Ekasha. All derived dhatus, they will not have in Nishedha. When you have derived dhatu Sanajanta Dhatavaha, Tesham in Nishedha nasti. So they don't give in Nishedha. Remember one more thing, the id agama comes to pratyaya, not to the dhatu. The dhatu will only allow it or not allow it. Okay. So after that, then takes guna adeshaha, because one more thing, this pratyak tva was supposed to be, not supposed to be, it does have ko as an hit tva, it is pratyak tva. Now why not, what do you think, Van? Why not guna nishedha by kiniticha? What do you think? If you're there, Van. Kiniticha. Yeah. Why? Because we have gami, plus okay, idagama came, itva. Now, how come we're doing the guna adesha, make it game itva to get the form of game itva by H-O-Y Sandhi? But then why not kinticha? Where will we try to find the answer to this? You understand the question, right? You understand the question, right? The tva pratyaya is an itva.
Yeah, the car should stop it.
But should stop the guna by kinticha. So why is that not happening?
Where would you look? 7 to 35, stop 7 to 10?
No, 7 to 35 ida agamaha, because the in nishedha never came. So that is fine, because ida agamaha.
Okay. That's not it. Okay.
But on this step, this is the answer, 1 to 18. Remember section 1.2 where we had this pratyaya which is kit, nit, like savadhatukam, etc.
Yes.
This is the reverse of that. This is the reverse of that.
Oh.
That which was kit is being made unkit. The kit
Oh my
bhava.
God.
So this is the nirasa of the kit bhava. This
28.
natva set, na tva set. So if you have a tva with the idagama, it loses the kitness. So this is the reverse now. Up to this one, from 1 to, all these words were making a pratyaya kit or nit, when it was not actually kit or nit. This is the opposite of that. Pratyaya was a kit, which is being removed because this na nishedha, natva set. So when the tva pratyaha, yavat sanjayate kinchit, sattam sthavar. Sanjayate also is dhatu jan, but there is no nich pratyaya in there, Venkatji. Correct, sanjayate, so jayate. So nyajan or ja. So this sanjayate is correct, dhatu jan, but it doesn't have a nich pratyaya in there. So there also we cannot use mitamrasvaha. But yes,
So,
in sanjayate
has what does it mean now?
means that the tva pratyaha.
Only when twa pratyaya. Okay.
Tva, which is said, idagamaha.
Yes.
Na, so kit na bhavati. It is not a kit anymore. Na kit.
Okay.
So because like kit is kit anuvati is coming down, right? Kit. So na kit. It is no longer a kit. So that is why natva set means removes the kit. Then we can now apply the sarva dhatukarthaka yoho gunaha.
Yeah.
Then of course echoyavayama gamayatva. So that's all. So two things here. One is this mitamrasvaha, which is very important. For that, Gana Sutra, Jani Jirushknasu Ranjo Mantascha. And then after that, Naktva set. So is that Mr. Gamayatva. See, a small thing like that, we can learn so many subtle points, Gamayatva.
Yeah.
Try to derive on your own. Try to derive these forms on your own. See where you get stuck. It's fun. You can try to put in some effort and derive on your own, then you can appreciate these subtle points. Because unless you try on your own and make an effort, you will not appreciate these points, how they come and block your, the vyutpatti, the derivation of these things. So now comes this Maithili Darshaninam, this Shashti Bhoshanam. Where are we trying to get to now? We're trying to get into the Puram. Puram Ayodhyam Avishat Pravishtavan. Now, this Puram has an adjective, which is this entire Bhuvri compound, This Bhuvri compound is this one, which is the Kuvalayita Gavaksha. That Kuvalayita requires a Lochanaihi prior to it. So Lochanaihi Kuvalayita. That Lochanaihi requires the Angananam prior to it. That's the Shashti Sambandha. And Angananam has an adjective prior to it, which is the Maithili Darshaninam. So now you see how this whole thing is building up now. We're trying to get to the word Puram Ayodhyam. Now that Puram has an adjective which is the Kuvalayita Gavaksham. That Kuvalayita requires Lochanaihi. It was rendered lotused by the eyes. So Lochanaihi. Lochanaihi has a Shashti Sambandha prior to it. Angananam Lochanaihi. And that has a Vishishanam prior to it, which is Maithili Darshaninam. So now you know why he's starting with Maithili Darshaninam, because he wants to connect that with Angananam, connect that with Lochanaihi, connect that with Kuvalayita, and connect that with Ayodhya. That's how it is coming. Okay. Now let's go document for a second. So
that would have been one amazing samasa had he put a whole thing together, right?
I don't even know if it, yeah, you can make Maithili Darshani Lochana Kuvalayita Gavaksham.
Oh my God.
That was the one. So now Darshaninam. So now he didn't comment on this, by the way. He didn't comment on this. Now clearly it is the one who wants those who want to take a peek. So it is Kartararthe. Angananam Maithili Darshaninam is that it's Kartararthe. One, those who want to see, who are seeing, desirous of seeing, those who are taking a peek. Now, when you say Pratyaya Lyut has come here, how do you know Pratyaya Lyut? Because I can see the ana. I can also see the Upada Gunaha. Puganta Lagupadascha Dhatu Drishya taken Darsha. But then I can also see the Pratyaya Neep. Striyam Neep has come. That Neep Pratyaha, see normally when you have a word like Darshana, the first thing if you want to make it feminine, you would think of Ajadyata Shtap. Pratyaya Tap would have come. The Tap will not do the job for us over here. It will not do the job. If we become Darshananam, we will not get the form Darshaninam. So somehow you have to get over ajadyata stop. I hope you're following this, because if you get the word darshana, adding the ana to it, it will be adantam pratipadikam, ending in akara. Ajadyata stop, atah stop, anything ending in shorta, which is a pratyaya tap by default in striyam. So that will create a bad problem for us. We don't want that. So there is a sutra which says, Tidhani dvaya sajdanyai matrashtaya thakthai kai kvarapaha. So tit, anything which has stirred is a pratyaya stakara in it, then we get the ni pratyaha. Now I put these two together, and then I can figure out the pratyaya is lyut. Pratyaya should be lyut. Yes, sir.
Darshana would be like
Darshanam.
sight. Darshanam
Yeah,
is a sight.
we are coming to that. Now, in which all meanings can this pratyaya be used?
So where does the desire come from?
No, desire is not there. I'm sorry. Desire
Yes.
is not there. Desire is not there. Those who are peeking at, looking at. The word desire is not there.
Oh, okay.
Looking at. I'm sorry. Yeah, I made a mistake.
Okay.
The desire is not
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Those who are looking at. Yeah. Those looking at, not desire. That's the wrong meaning. So the desire meaning is not there. So now, let's see where does this come. In the chapter 3, in the third pada of Ashtadhyayi, is the single pada really which Panini forms the nouns from verbs. Basically, all of them come in 3.3. The first Panini forms the masculine nouns, and he starts with this this one, bhave, akartijakarika sanyayam. Then Panini forms the feminine nouns, where he starts with this triyam tin from 3.394. And then he said napumsake bhavektaha, which is 3.3 here. It's bhavektaha. So prior to Panini's sutram, so pratyaya lucha. So this is what Venu was saying. Darshanam would be seeing or sight. Now, this pratyaya lucha use bhave, just the action of the verb. Only denotes the bhava of the verb means seeing, sight. Lekhanam means writing. Now, but then comes sutram, it says karanadikarana yoscha, that by which you see. Darshanam could also be the eye that by which you see. Could be that. But we don't want these meanings. We don't want bhava, we don't want karana. We want kartri arthe. We want kartri. Now, how can we get lyut, kartri arthe? For that we use the sutram bahulam. Kritya luto bahulam. So lyut pratyaya can be used bahulam. So kartri lyut. Clearly there's no way out for us. See, we don't want to go to bahulam unless we need it. But right now we can see that this Maithili Darshani is clearly one who is looking at Sita. There's no other way out. It's not that by which you look. It's not the looking itself. And looking at the ending E is qualifying Angananam. This is here. So they are these young maidens who are looking at, who are peeking at Sita. So now there's this meaning why it is Pashtam. So we have to somehow get the Lyut Kartari. And that the only way to get that is, at least that as far as I can tell, use the Bahulam. And this is not the only time that happens. So Lyut sometimes is used Kartari. If we go to a document here, says that, I think put something here, Drish plus Lyut, Bahulakat Kartari Lyut. Because of the Bahulam, we use Kartari Lyut. And then of course once you get that, Yashakvatadite Halancham, Yuvaranakau, Pratyaya Adeshaha, always comes in beginning of chapter 7. Always, my teacher always told me that. Chapter 7.1. Pratyaya Adeshaha. Saptamasya Pratame. Pura Bhage. Pratyaya Adesha Nirdishyante. Chapter 7 beginning, Yuvaranakau is coming beginning of chapter 7. So the U takes the Ana Adeshaha, Anekashit Sarvasya, Yuvaranakau, and then we get Darshana by the Upada Gunaha. Puganta Lagupatasya cha Uranraparaha, and then in Striyam, when you add the Pratyaya Neep because of Tidhani, this is 4.115 brings in the Pratyaya Neep. When you get the Neep, then Vain, last two steps, Vain, these are favorite steps, Vain, go for it.
Oh, Yachibham.
Yachibham Vasanya.
Yachibham.
And then?
And Yasyeti cha.
Yasyeti cha. Because now remember, the Pratyaya Neep is also Swadi Pratyaya. Swadi is not only Pratyaya Stup, but it also includes all the three pratyayas, it also includes the Tadita Pratyaha. So this is also a Swadi, Suadi, Su, etc. So we could be Yachibham, which of course is Ajadi, Yachibham, and then Ivarna, Yasyiticha, Ivarnantasya, Varnantasya, Vasanyakasya, Lopa Bhavati, Tadite Yikare Chapare. This is the Yikare Chapare. Alontyasya Darshani. So Darshani is one which says that one who is looking, the looker. So those who are seeking. So we can say that Maithilyaha Darshani Darshanyaha. So those who are looking at Maithili. Now the thing is that I just said Shashti I used, right? So Maithili. So Maithilyaha. So like Nadi Nadyaha, right? So Maithilyaha. So why Shashti? Why not Dvitiya? Why not say Maithilim Darshanina, Maithilyaha Darshanina? Because of this, which we talked about in detail in yesterday's class, is the Krudyoga Shashti. See, normally your Karmani Dvitiya. See, Sita is definitely the object of the scene, no doubt about that. Sita is the karma of the Darshana Kriya. That's obvious. But now, normally we have the Sutram, it says, Karmani Dvitiya. Dvitiya should come. But then comes Sutram, it says that Kartu Karmanoho Kriti. If a Krut Pratyaya has been this Pratyaya, Lyut is Krut Pratyaya. Krut the thing is a participle form. Krut the thing. When that is used in connection with that participle, with the Kartru and the Karma of that form, so we'll take the Shashti Bhakti. Now be careful. This Sutram has a very major Apavadaha, which is 2369. Nalokambya Nishtha Kala Satsunam. But this Apavada doesn't apply to us if you want to do some reading on your own. Always remember 2369 is a major, not Apavada, sorry, Nishedha. Not Apavada, I'm sorry. Nishedha. Nishedha and Apavada difference is that Nishedha only stops another Sutram. Doesn't give an alternate operation. Nishedha is only for blocking some other rule. Apavadaha is a subset of the Utsargaha. It gives an alternative operation to the general rule. So Apavada and Nishedha not the two different things. Nishedha normally will have the na in that. Na means don't do that. So Shashti na bhavati. Na Shashti. So Nishedha means it only stops another rule. Doesn't give you another operation. While the Apavadaha is a subset of the Utsargaha, the general rule. It provides an alternative operation to what the general rule would have given. So these two are separate things. So anyway, this one is Nishedha doesn't apply to us right now because this is only for these pratyayas. We don't have that pratyaya. Lyut is not going to be in here. So now we have the Shashti, so Maithilyaha Darshaninam. Now the word Angana is also interesting word Angana. This is you will not suspect this one. So I guess maybe you can make a little bit of a guess over here. This is Tadita Pratyaha. This Na Pratyaha is a Tadita Pratyaha in the Matu Pratyaha, which is in the sense of Matup. So it says, this is a Gana Sutram. You see all these Gana Pathas as a Gana Sutrani. The Sutram is 5 to 100. As we've seen in the class many times, from 5 to 94 starts the Matup Prakaranam. Tadasyasyaspindati Matup. So one who has that. Because it says, Prashamsaya Matusi Matup, like we give the example Hanuman. Because we are not, all of us could be Hanuman, right? We are not Hanuman. Because it says, Prashasta Hanuhu Yasyasaha. One who has a special jaw is Hanuman. Special jaw. Not anybody who has a jaw. So this Matup has an extra connotation to it. Not simply who has that. Like Goman. Goman is one who has many cows. If you have one or two cows, you don't become Goman. So, so like Balawan. You have to have special strength to become Balawan. Not like Shriman. Same thing over here. You could have used that. But here comes this, let's look at 5 to 100. It says, Lomadi, Pamadi, Pichadibhyaha, Shane Lachaha. Na and Ilach. Shane Lachaha. So this pratyaya na we're trying to use right now. So Lomadi Gana will take the pratyaya sh, like Loma Shaha. The Rishi called means one who was very hairy. The Rishi called Loma Shaha. He has hair all over his body. Loma Shaha. In every kalpa, one hair used to drop in every kalpa. One hair in every kalpa. He is so long lived. Anyway, his name was Loma Shaha. So Loma Shaha. Then Pamadibhya. Pamadi will take the pratyaya na. So we want to put this word anga in the Pamadi Ganaha. So we can Angana. So Prashasta. So Prashastani. Angani Yasyaha Sas. One who has beautiful limbs. But he says now there's a Gana Sutram in that. So let's look at 5 to 100. It actually gives a meaning. One meaning. Which meaning can this pratyaya be used? This 5 to 100 to form the word Angana. This is a specific Gana Sutram. Just to form the word Angana, there is a specific Gana Sutram. It says here it should be a Gana Sutram here. So Pamadi, Pamavan, Angat Kalyane. Kalyane. So one who has auspicious limbs, is Angana. It's a young woman basically. So one who has auspicious limbs is Angana. So this sutram is Angat Kalyane. So Kalyane, one who has auspicious limbs. So Angat Kalyane, this pratyaya which coming is no. Of course here you add the pratyaya, top to make it feminine. So Angana. So here it comes, it's interesting word, So Maitri Darshani Nam, no commentary by the way. Interesting, no commentary over here. So he did not bother to give the Kartari in Lyut. He didn't say that. I guess it should be obvious for us. Angana Nam Lochanaihi. So Shashti will Lochanaihi. And no commentary there, also straightforward. Netraihi. Now he gives a comment, Kuvalayani Yesham Sanjatani. This is a loaded word over here, Sanjatani. Now why is it? This is a technical word now. See, as I said to you here, this one we got one here. Ishada Samaptaha. This was a technical word. This is from the Ashtadhyayi. This word is from the Ashtadhyayi. So these commentaries will have these words from the Ashtadhyayi. And we are expected to know and connect to the Ashtadhyayi. Of course, here he is giving us a sutram also. When you see the word Sanjatam, so he says, Sanjatani is equal to Kuvalayataha, Tadasya Sanjatam. See, this is only Ashtadhyayi. Sanjatam. That's why, because see, this is a commentary on a Kavyam. So he'll be kind. If you really like the Bhagavad Gita commentary or Vedanta commentary or some other commentary, they will not give this. This one they will not give. Tadasya Sanjatam Tarakadavita. They may not give that. But they will give this one, they will give. Kuvalayani Yesham Sanjatani Kuvalayataha. From that you are supposed to know. When you see the word Sanjatam, mark that word Sanjatam. When you see that, you can think of the sutram which is the Tarakadibhya, Tadasya Sanjatam, Tarakadibhya Itach, Sanjatam. These are all the loaded words in Ashtadhyayi, loaded words. You have to highlight them and keep them in your mind and look for them in the commentaries when they come. Okay? This is one of them. This is also one of them. Ishada Samaptaha, Sanjatam. So this is where the Ashtadhyayi really comes and helps you. Otherwise you think, what is Sanjatani? What does it mean? What is this commentary saying? You have no idea what it's saying. Of course, the sutram here you can say it. So it is something in which that has appeared. So Kuvalayataha. So Kuvalayataha are those windows in which lotuses have appeared. It's Taraka. So Tarakitam Navaha. Pushpitaha Vrikshaha. Right? Phalitaha Arthaha. So this is the meaning which has been, result has appeared in it. Pushpitaha Vrikshaha. It is a tree in which flowers have appeared. Now Tarakitam Navaha. It is a sky in which the stars have appeared. So same thing here. So he says, so you can say Tarakaha Sanjataha Yasmin Tat Navaha. So Kuvalayani Yesham Sanjatani. So Tadasya Sanjatam. So Yesham. Yasya, not Yasmin, Yasya. So it says, Tarakaha. So Yasya Sanjataha. Vitarakitam Navaha. So Tadasya Sanjatam Tarakadavi. Itach Pratyaha. Let's go to document now. So it says, once you get that, see, as I said to you, once you get the sutram, it is straightforward to the form. Nothing much is there. So once you get the, let's see, did I put this here? Kuvalaya. I think I have it here somewhere. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Kuvalaya. Kuvalaya plus, just is, because look at the Vigraha Vakyam which is already given to us, which is Kuvalayani Prathama Bhavachanam. Kuvalayani Sanjatani Prathama Bhavachanam. So Kuvalaya plus just Pratyaya Itach. As usual, we get the Pradipadika Sanya because of Kritis, the Samasascha, then Supot Hatu Pradipadikayo, Supluk, and in the Itach, the Chakas and It by Halantyam, Sukuvalayita, and we can now bring Vain on this line. Yes, Vain, go for it. Last 2 steps. Vain, you ready?
Yes.
Your turn again. Same. Yes, Shibham.
1418. Yes.
And yes, teacher 641.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher. So same thing because it is the Akaranta, Avarnanta Mangam. Don't look at this. We just had a little bit fun over here because we use this because it's Tadite Ikare Chapare. This is Tadita Pratyaha because it's 5-2. Tadita starts from 4176. Tadita. So we use the sutram yes, teacher 2 times today. One when Tadita is following, and one was when we had the ikara following.
Ikara.
So,
Wow.
yeah, so we use it in both senses, we use it today. So this was the ikare pare. This was 641, yes.
Right.
And right now using it when the tadita pratyaya is falling. Tadita ikare cha pare sukuvalayita. Now gavaksham. So gavaksham is that. So gavam akshi iva. Gavam akshi iva. It's like the eye of cows, Gavam akshi iva. So we say go plus plus kshi plus 2 is shashi tatpurusha compound. Again, in the Wednesday class, we're doing this compound in detail. So this is Prashastani Angani Yasyaha Sa Angana Amarkosha. The Amarkosha, Venkatji Amarkosha is saying that commentary. This Amarkosha commentary, by the way. But then this Sutram is saying, Gana Sutram is Kalyani. So I guess similar thing, but so I would, because specific Gana Sutram is there, it's Kalyani. So in fact, let's look at Amarkosha commentary. Let me look at my commentary. Amarkosha has many commentaries, by the way. One more thing, good thing about Amarkosha is that, Bhattuji Dikshita's son, which is Bhanu Dikshitaha, he has a commentary on the Amarkosha, okay, which is very, very good. So Bhattuji's own son, which is the Bhanu Dikshita, it is a commentary on the Amarkosha. So that is one of the most authoritative commentaries on Amarkosha. Let's look at what he gives. It says Angana. So I think because Venkatji is saying, Amarkosha commentary is saying Prashastani Angani, which is what you would normally think, Prashamsayam Matub, but because the word has there's a Gana Sutram which says Angat Kalyani, so I was trying to use that one specifically. It says Angat Kalyani. So let's see, Angana, Airavati, Angana, 31-4, Angana, okay, let's see, which Shubhadanti Vapataha, Tamro Karno Yasya, okay, Shuhani says that. So Kalyanani Angani Yasyaha, Angani Yasyaha Itiva, that is the Kalyani. So this is Kalyanani Angani Yasyaha. So I like that slightly better because that is the Olingavatya commentary. So that is a southern commentary. So Venkatji has a commentary. That one is the different commentary. This one is by Bhanuji Dikshita, Bhanuji. So Bhanuji is the son of Bhattoji, and he is more kind of thorough with the grammar, So, I mean, of course, he's Bhattoji's son. So he says Kalyanani Angani. So Prashastani Angani is also okay, but that you ignore in the Gana Sutram. Because Angat Kalyan is a Gana Sutram. Unless if you want to ignore that, then you can say Prashastani Angani, but we'll go with Bhanuji. So Bhanuji says Kalyanani Angani. Okay. So now Gavaksha. So Gavam Akshi Iva. That's like, the eye of cows. So it's a Go plus Akshi. Of course, yes, Supluk has taken place. Anyway, we're doing this in detail in Wednesday class right now. It's just Sutram Shashti, straightforward Samasaha. So you get the same thing here. Samasascha, Supo Dhatu Padvikayoho, Supluk. These are usual steps. Now comes is that this how did this Go takes the Gava Adeshaha? Normally we would have had what the Echa Yavaya become Gavakshi, not Gavakshi. So Gavaksha. Now how did this take Gava Adeshaha? Look at 61123. 611. So here the not the samasa itself is not the trouble here. The details are the sandhi karyam and also the samas anta pratyaya has come. So first of all, when you have go plus akshi, so you expect echo javayava to come. In fact, you would have had not only that, you would have had because it is the inga padanta dati. So you had go akshi would have come because it become the Padanta, right? Because Gavam plus Am, so Go plus Am you had. So Pratyay Lopi Pratyay Lakshanam, Sutting Antam Padam. So you have Engaf Padantad Ati. So that would have tried to come over here. Akar Lopaha, Go Kshi. So but now what happens is that we have this specific rules. So because of Engaf Padantad Ati, you would have had that. But now comes this special rule 61123, which says that Avang Spotayanasya. Srutvibhasha Goho, Avang Spotayanasya. Let's look at 61122, 61123, 61122. Goho. So this text, this Anuvutti from the Paraya Sutram is coming out, 61122. He says that loke vedecha engantasya gor goho ati va prakriti bhavaha padante. Then go agram go gram. If you have a enganta go, engantasya go ati, which is what we have, because we have go plus akshi. Then padante va prakriti bhavaha, which will stay as it is. So you get go agram go gram. Go agram go gram. So now we had that. But then the next is says avang sphotayanasya. Avang sphotayanasya. So remember this word go. Of course the word go in Vedic times are the most common pratipadikams, right? So one of the most common pratipadikams take the most complicated rules because they are used the most, So you can expect that. It says that atiti nivrittam achi, any ach follows, anuvartate eva, achi parataha, goho, sphotanasya acharyasya matena, avangadesha bhavati. Avang, in the avang, of course, by halantyam, the gna is an it. What is the gna is an it for? What is that gna is an it for? What is that for? Because normally you have, this is an adesha. Adesha means alontyasya, but anekalchit sarvasya. So this avangadesha, which is anubanna lope ava, would have replaced the entire rangam would have gone. But you want to bring back alontyasya. This is for 1153. 1153 which says that nit adesha anekalapi antyasya alasthane bhavati. So nit adesha anekalapi. So avang is an adesha, is being nit, so because we can only replace the okara by the ava, not the entire go shabdaha. Because alontyasya is a default, but anekal is sarvasya. If we are anekala adesha, adesha which is more than one letter, sarvasya, it replaces the entire sthani is gone. To stop that, nitya, the avangadesha, of course halantyam, nitya. So according to Spota and Acharya only, you get a vibhasha, you'll get a vikalpa, I should say, vikalpaha. But then look at the last sentence. Vyavasthita vibhasha yam. This vibhasha, this optionality, has an order to it, which means that not all these forms are optional all the time. Vyavastha is there. There is some order in the vibhasha. And what is that? Tena gavaksha ityatra nityam bhavati avang. So this word, in the word gavaksha, nityam avangadesha, because of vyavasthita vibhasha. So you understand that, because sphotanasya means only sphotanasya acharyasya matena. Only in his opinion avangadesha. Means anyesham acharana matena na bhavati. Tena vikalpa jayate. It will be vikalpaha. Parantu iyam vyavasthita vibhasha. Tena gavaksha ityatra nityam avangadesha bhavati. There is no choice. Even though among sphotanasya, she given a choice, but there is no, because vyavasthita vibhasha is no choice, we get the avangadesha, the O becomes ava. Gava plus akshi. Of course, then echo yava, the akasam and dirgha. Then comes the pratyaya ach, which is the samas anta pratyaya. This 65476, 5476, samas anta pratyaya, 5476, samas anta pratyaya, 5476. This is akshno darshanat, achakshuhu, which is not meaning the eye itself. This is gavaksham, which is like the eye of a cow. It's a window. It's a window. It's not the eye itself. Achakshuhu paryayad. So this word akshi doesn't actually mean an eye. Achakshu paryayad. So chakshu paryaya means, which means an actual eye. Achakshu paryaya means doesn't mean an eye. Achakshu paryayad akshnaha ach syat samasantaha. So gavamakshi iva gavakshaha. So we get the pratyaya ach. In fact, here comes when the third time today. Look at that. When. Next step is yours, when. Go for it. Halantyam. After that comes the
after that, Echibam. Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher. Because tadita pratyaha. Tadita pratyaha. So this angam gets the basanya and then get yes, teacher gavakshaha. So gets the gavaksha is formed. So gavamakshi. First thing is that avang spota anasya vyavasthita vibhasha. Avang spota anasya.
Now, where we get the meaning eva in all the pratyayas? When you say samasa, go aksha, it's really the eye of the cow.
Yeah, it could be. But then you can extend a little bit. Yeah, you can extend.
Okay.
It's like it is like a a upachara, I guess, lakshana. It's not exactly correct. The eva is not really. I think you main as a point. It's really shakti tatpura samasa we are making. So then this eva you're kind of tacking on top of that. So gavamakshi, from the I think from the usage, and then it becomes like that. So these are all the steps, and then we got the pratyaj akshanodarshanat, which is not in the sense of an eye. Okay. So now I think we're finished with the shloka now. Last part is that such pratyaha kuvalayataha gavakshaha yasyaha tam. Finally make a bahuvrihi to qualify Ayodhya. So we formed the word kuvalayata, we formed the word gavaksha, so then we make it bahuvrihi, which means is kuvalayataha gavakshaha yasyaha tam ayodhyam. So we missed one thing over here, I'm sorry. Okay, the one thing I didn't see, upakaryaha, right? How upakarya become rasva at the end? Okay, that part I think I didn't do that. Maybe I have a document here, maybe. No, I didn't put that document. Okay. What's happening over here is that, as you said, it's a bahuvri compound, right? We did that. Let's go back to that for a second. Is kriptaha, ramyaha equals navaha, upakaryaha yasmin saha. Now, how become upakar? How become ramavat? Katham jataha ramavat shabdaha. So that reason is that, gostyor upasarjanasya. As I said, the bahuvri compound is in the role. All the padas have the uttar padam, pura padam both have the upasarjana sanya. And when that happens, when you have an upasarjanam at the end of a pratipadikam, and there's three pratyaya at the end, that takes the rasva adesha. Because in upakarya, the pratyaya tap has come over here. This upakarya sanya of upasarjanam, because in bahuvri compound, the uttar padam, pura padam, they both have upasarjana sanya. And then what is happening is that it's in the end of the pratipadikam. And also a three pratyaya top over there, it takes the rasva adesha. So in that I didn't put it in the document, but sutram here is 1 to I think 48. 1 to 48. Gostyor upasarjanasya. That is what has made the upakarya into upakarya in the compound. So kripta ramyo upakarya. Again, all these details in the Wednesday class, doing in great detail. So gostyor upasarjanasya. And then
so when it becomes rasva, it also becomes pullinga, right?
No. Let's say
It
this
cannot
is
be.
You can make it. You can bring back a top pratyaya if it goes. It's only adjective yet. It's only an adjective so far. Just qualifying the panthaha right now became masculine, right?
Okay.
Let's
Right.
Yeah, if it qualifies
Right.
Ayodhya,
If it qualifies, then
let's
it
say Ayodhya now. Then it become go back to another top.
Correct,
It become raspaha. Then the samastam padam will take a top.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, will take a top. You get a top on top of it. You get a top on top of it, get a top. So that's what it becomes. Kuvalita gavasha yasya tam. Puram is ditya ekvachanam. Avishat he says pravishtavan. Pratyaktavatu he has used. Avishat pravishtavan. Okay, let's see. Let's bring our adhikrita anuvadakaraha. Let me do my job of doing the nice styling job here. Okay, let me see. Nagaraj, you ready, sir?
Namaskara.
Namaskara. Okay. Then what is the word for then? You think then? Oh, this one.
Then
This one. I think atha.
atha.
Atha will be then. The Lord of the earth.
Avanipalaha.
Avanipalaha. Who resembled Shiva, almost equal to Shiva.
Sharvai. Not Sharva.
Sharvakalpa.
Sharvakalpa.
Sharvakalpa. Kalpa. Almost equal to Sharvakalpa. Ishat samapta. Sharvakalpa. Having passed. This one. Having passed is this one.
Gamayitva.
Having made to go. Gamayitva.
Gamayitva.
Then some. What is some? This is
Katichit.
Katichit is. Kati means how many? Kati means some. Katichit some. Nights is this one. This
Sharvari.
Sharvarihi, Sharvarihi. In the way, on the way.
Pathi.
Pathi, Pathi. Where beautiful new tents were pitched.
Krupta Ramyopakarye.
Upakarye. So Krupta is pitched, prepared, made ready, fashioned, provided. Ramya is word from the, look at this is a good translation because he takes into account the tika. So Ramyaha says Navaha iti Malinathaha. So new, tents is Upakaryaha. Then entered is?
So where does he get the sense of Nava here?
Because I think that
Ramya is beautiful, but Nava is Malinatha's own creation, seems like.
But they were made specially for him. They were not because the king was coming, they put them up. I think that's what he's saying. They were not just old ones that made him stay indoors.
Okay.
I think that's because the king was coming on the way, so they actually made specially for him. They made specially made for him. What he means, Navaha.
Okay.
They were made specially for his trip. That's what he means, Navaha, I think.
Okay.
That's what he means. Entered is the one.
Avishad.
Avishad. The city is
Puram,
and of Ayodhya is
Ayodhyam.
Where the windows of the mansions were full of lotuses.
Kuvalayita
Kuvalayita
Gavaksham.
Gavaksham. On account of the eyes is this Lochanaihi.
Lochanaihi.
Lochanaihi Netraihi. Of the women is
Angananam.
Angananam, Yuvatinam. I said anxious. This is not, as I said, the word darshani means, this word anxious is kind of supplied. But anyway,
Yeah, there is. That's the sense of...
from the context is there,
Yeah.
Who literally mean who were peeking at. That would be the literal translation, So anxious to behold the daughter of Mithila king. That's this.
Maithili Darshaninam.
Thank you, sir. So, Dhanyaha Vayam. This completes Adhyaya. Next Adhyaya is like the heart of the Rama Katha now. So this was only a warm-up. Next Adhyaya is where we're going to get up to Ravana Vadaha. So Ramayana completes with this one. This next Adhyaya, this Dwadasha Sargaha. Sargaha is the Prasiddha Sarga of Raghuvamsha Kavyam, where we get the entire Ramayana basically starting from here. Ramayana is just starting up, right? So Rama has come to Ayodhya now. So he's going to take it all the way up to Ravana Vadaha. So the next 100 shlokas, or I think the 104 shlokas, I think. So from here to that, we'll get the entire Rama Katha. And this actually is quite a straightforward adhyaya. I think most of it, Anushtup meter, most of it, I think, and maybe all of it, pretty much all of it. So it's going to be some fun. So let's try to do the best job as we can. This is basically Sanskrit Ramayanam. This is Ramayanam in Kalidasa's words, is what it is. This full adhyaya coming up now. The beginning of that adhyaya, Malinatha gives his own shlokaha. Mangalacharanam. Vandamahe Mahodanda Dordandau Raghunandanau. This shloka is composed by Malinatha, not by Kalidasa, by the way. This is not Kalidasa shloka, okay? Tejo Nirjita Martanda Mandalau Lokanandanau. Actually, on the weekend I was talking to somebody a few days ago about how these Tikakaras compose beautiful shlokas at the beginning of the Tika itself. Like in the Bhagavata Puranam, Sridhara Swami, one of my favorites, he composes a shloka at the beginning of each sarga. I think Bhagavatam has about 335 sarga chapter. At the beginning of every skandha, he will compose 4, 5, 6 shlokas to describe the whole skandha itself, the entire, book. There are 12 books. Bhagavatam has 12 books. So of course, the Dashama Skandha is the most famous one, the Krishna Katha. But the point is that at the beginning of every adhyaya, Sridhar Swami will compose a nice shloka to give the Sanskrit. But in fact, this is very different. This is not giving the Sanskrit Varna of the adhyaya. This is only This is only like Prarthana, Mangalacharanam only this. But in the Bhagavata Puranam, at the beginning of every adhyaya, Sridhar will have at least one shloka which will give the Sanskrit Varna of that adhyaya. Adhyaya Sankshipta Varnanam, which is a beautiful way to read the Sankshipta Bhagavatam in the words of Sridhara. So you can have a Gita-sized Bhagavatam in the words of Sridhara. If you just take these shlokas, Maybe someday we can have a class, maybe have it like a class for that, because the Sridhara Vyakyanam on Bhagavatam is really a masterpiece, really a masterpiece. It's amazing how he has taken such a, like a difficult text kind of in many ways, and made it so easy and accessible to us. Anyway, so I just thought of that, because these shlokas are not, this is not by Kalidasa. So Bhagavatam, when you look at the top of that, if you get a chance, read some of these shlokas which come, and these are now, by the way, supposed to be easy now. Now these are not supposed to be giving us a hard time. They're supposed to be easy. And nothing is, there's no, there'll be like no Asha Prayoga, nothing like that. So they're supposed to be straightforward. So what I'm saying is that you can get a Gita-sized Bhagavatam, and also level of difficulty, like Vyakaranam is same as Gita level difficulty, not Bhagavatam level difficulty. So you can convert the Bhagavatam into a Gita size and Gita level difficulty Vyakaranam also. In the words of Sridhara you can get it. Because he has about 335 adhyayas. Beginning of adhyaya he has one shloka, but sometimes he has 2, 3, and then sometimes he has 4, 5. So beginning of skanda, so about roughly 700, 800, that size. Otherwise Bhagavatam has 18,000 shlokas, which are complex. Some of them very complex. Anyway, okay. So this is the Mangalacharanam. Vandamahe Mohodanda Dordandau Raghunandanau Tejo Nirmita Martanda Mandalau Lokanandanau. As always, you have to pay your dues to the Tikakara, to the Bhashyakara, in order to get the Pravesha into the Grantha. If you want to read Bhagavatam, you have to respect Sridhara. If you want to read Vedanta Shastra, you have to respect Shankara. If you want to read Vyakaranam, you have to respect Patanjali. So the same way, if you want to read Kalidasa, respect Mallinatha. That's the way to enter, because with their grace we are entering into these difficult texts. Anyway, enough said. So Vandamahe Mohodanda Dordandau Raghunandanau Tejo Nirmita Martanda Mandalau Lokanandanau. Simple shloka is that. Vandamahe Raghunandanau. So Vayam Vandamahe. Let's look at the document here. So we salute, and the we could be like the royal we, basically means I means we together. We salute the two. I guess who do you think it is here? When Raghunandana is who?
Is it Rama Lakshmana? No, Sita Rama.
No.
Raghunandana has to be
Raghunandana cannot be Sita.
Correct. So Rama Lakshmana.
Oh, is it Dasharatha? Rama Dasharatha? What do you think?
Wow. I will bet Rama Lakshmana, but
so far normally it will be Rama Lakshmana. But in the story, Lakshmana is right now, he's in the back seat right now. But
yeah.
I think you're right. You know why? Because this Sarga, he's talking about the next Sarga now, not the prior one. And Lakshmana is going to be a major part in this one coming up now.
Yeah, not only that, like in our culture, when you have all these prayers and all that, you see Rama, Lakshmana, Sita. You never see Dasharatha, and nobody worships Dasharatha.
I'm just saying, but the way it came down just now was that, Dasharatha and Rama were in the story right now.
Sure.
But you're right.
Dasharatha was very close to Shiva.
Yeah, it is not that one.
Yeah.
It is not. I think you're right. It is not the
yeah, in terms of religion, prayer and all that, it is
Rama Lakshmana. Next Adhyaya, Lakshmana has a main character now. Okay. So now I put in document everything here. Is Raghun Lakshanaya Raghuvamsha Sambhuta Nandayati iti Raghunandanaha. Is one who delights the Raghus. The Raghus in this case with Raghuvamsha Sambhutans. Not, so means that those are the Raghuvamsha, pure Raghuvamsha. So the dhatu is tu nadi samruddhau, Nand. For the ikar as an it, that's the numagamaha. This has been covered extensively in the daily examples. Again, I say many times, I say to you, please follow these. Please follow these daily examples. If you look at this example, I think we have this, I know we have some examples here. Maybe in this one, Kampante. Let me see, try this one. I know we have covered this sutram. Kasi kapi dhatu kapi. Kapi becomes kamp, the kampante. So like iditunum dhatoho. All this have been covered in detail in daily examples. Okay, please follow these. So the same thing here right now in the document. Dhatu was tu nadi, and this two gets an itsanya because other need to davaha. So other need to davaha. means pratyadi. If you have the ni or the to or the do, they get the entire samudaya gets the it sanya. This is a single it. The ni, to and do is a single it. So either ni to davaha, it's akutasya lopaha, and then tasya lopaha means the entire thing takes lopaha. Tasya lopaha, not alone jasya. So we get, and then because e is an it, you get the numagamaha, idito num dhatoho. In dhatu with ikar as an it, gets the numagamaha. Again, many times I mentioned to you is why does Panini board do this? Why put the ikar as it and bring a numagamaha? Why not put sakshat nakara in the dhatu part itself? Because these dhatus are now tagged. They have the nakara coming by the idito num dhatoho, not sakshat. So because in sutras like 6.424, then Panini will say aniditam. So the nakara will take lopaha as long as it is not coming via ikar as an it. Aniditam. Aniditam. So the nakara numagama which comes via this idit is now being marked as a special nakara. It will not undertake it will behave differently from a nakara which is already in the dhatu pata. In case you're wondering, what's the point of putting the e as an it and making nityam, this nitya karyam, nothing can stop numagamaha. Then why not put num in the dhatu pata itself? Because these are going to behave differently in some situations from the other nakaras. So idito num dhatoho, and then we got the nand, because num means upadeshajuna nasika it nantyam. I should put over here also the midachuantyat paraha. Midachuantyat paraha, a agamaha, which has makara and it, will go after the last vowel of the term. So midachuantyat paraha. So in nad, it came after the akara of nad. Of course, nad is only one vowel, which is akara, goes over there. Anubandha lopaha we do after that, and then we can also, in the meanwhile, make the nashyaparantasya jhali, anuswasi parasavarnaha. So don't forget these two steps. Technically, these two steps should be done at the end. Here, tripadi karyam. But it won't make a difference to put them here directly here. Technically speaking, you cannot go to tripadi until the padam is formed. Okay, but it's not going to make any difference in this case. I put them here itself. Idito means the nashyaparantasya jhali. Apadanta nakara will take the anuswaradesha jali parataha. And then anuswarasya yai parasavartaha. So nakara comes back to nakara. But don't forget these two steps. Don't take them for granted. Sometimes they cause a difference. Particularly, look at the numbers over here. 8324, 8458. So between the 8324 and 8458, whatever operations come in there, they will not see the nakaraha. They see anuswara only. Particularly there's a nattam. Nakara change to nakara is in the beginning of 8.4. So when they become anuswara here, the nakara is now kind of hidden, kind of concealed for a little while until this comes, the parasavarna comes. In fact, this also my teachers tell me all the time, watch out for these two rules. They might look redundant. They're not redundant. So please apply them. When you see a nakara, which is apadanta nakara followed by jal, anuswara adesha, anuswara parasavarna paschat, afterwards, 8458. Then we put the pratyaya nichya, nandayati. Look at the vigraha vakyam we had, is raghun, nandayati. So nandayati, again the nichya, we look at the aya in there, aya. So nichya add, of course, hetumaticha, which means who causes the raghus to be happy, to rejoice. So nandi, from a new dhatu nandi, there's nothing else to do, chutu halantyam. Because the dhatu sanya sanadhyanta dhatavaha, we need that. Otherwise, we cannot do any further work with this dhatu. Because if we get a dhatu sunya, we cannot use in sutra in the dhatu adhikaraha. So we get sanadhyanta dhatavaha. Then the pratyaya liu is added over here, which is the very famous sutram, very important sutram. Take this for homework. We don't have time right now, so I'll give you some homework now because we're running out of time right now. So I'll give you some homework. It says this one, Nandi Grahi Pachadibhyo. Liu Ninya Chaha, one of the most important rules in the participles, which is the Krit Prakaranam. Nandi Grahi Pachadibhyo, Liu Ninya Chaha. You want to spend a lot of time on this sutram. Says that this Nandyadi Ganaha, take the Pratyaya Liu. The Grahiyadi Ganaha will take the Pratyaya Nini. And the Pachadi Ganaha will take the Pratyaya Acha. Very, very famous sutram, This pachadyash will be used. In fact, we'll be using this shortly. We'll be using this also. Using this part of it. There are three separate categories here. Nandi, Grahi, Pachadibhyaha. Yatha sancham. Nandyadibhyaha, Liho. Grahiyadibhyaha, Ini. And then Pachadibhyaha, Acha. So this, so Nandyadi Gana takes the pratyaya Liu. Again, by default, by Kartari Krit, you will be Kartari Arthe. So Nandiyati Nandanaha. This is the very first member of that Gana. So we get the, so Nand plus Nich, Nandi, and then we get the pratyaya Liu. Of course, Lashak Pattadite, Yuvaranato, which we just saw today, and then we get the, what sutram over here? This is the Niraniti. If we have a pratyaya which is sanya of Ardhadhatukam, does not have the Idagamaha, Nich takes Lopaha. So Nidada Vardhadhatuke Pare Ne Lopasyat. So we had Nandi plus Ana. We had the pratyaya Liu, we added Nandi plus Ana. This Nich takes Lopaha, becomes Nandana. So Raghu plus Am plus Nandana plus Su, Shri Tatpurushaha. So Raghunam Nandanaha. So because now again the same thing. Look, we have the pratyaya Krut Pratyayaha. So that because this is the object of the Krut Pratyayaha, because of the Kartakarmanoho Kruti. So I should put over here Kartakarmanoho Kruti. Krudyoga Shashti. Krudyoga Shashti. Krudyoga Shashti. Even though the Vigra Vakyam says Raghu Nandayati, because this Nandayati is this is not Krud Pratyaha. Because Krud Ating, Krud Ating, Krud Ating. This Pratyaya is Tip Pratyaya, it's not Krud Pratyaha. But here this Pratyaya Liu definitely Krud Pratyaha. Adhikar Kruting starts from 3193. Always keep the Ashtad in front of your eyes at all times. At all times. Pratyaya Liu Sanya of Krut. So Kartakarmanoho Kruti. So Raghu plus Am, not Shas, the Su. And usual steps, you know, the Shashtiyantam Padam will go first because that gets the Sanya Upasajanam Purvam, you know, Samas, Prathamanadishram Samas Upasajanam. Again in the Wednesday class, all these details are going on. If you're interested, you can listen to that. And then Patipadika Sanya, the Samasascha, Supodhara Padvityo, Supluk, Raghunandana. So Raghunandana, okay, time is going up. Okay, let me just give you a brief, some homework now, okay. So, Vandamahe, we salute Rama Lakshmana, Raghunandana, Rama and Lakshmana, Lokanandana, same thing there. So Lokanandayati, Lokanandana. So those who bring joy not only to the Raghu race, but also to the entire, all the people or all the world, either way. Loka can be people or world. So this one is the same. There are two adjectives now we should take for homework, please. It is Mohodanda Dor Dandao. Bahuvri compound. Do Pradibadikam dos. Dos means the arms or the hands. Dor Dandaha. So all this is given in this document here, which is, I'll run through this and then we stop for today. It says Moho, so Dor Dandaha is Doho Dandaha Iva. This is the Sakara Pradibadikam. This Pradibadikam ending in Sakaraha. Dos Pradibadikam. So Doho Dandaha Iva. So their hands are like these staffs, you know, Dandaha Iva. Dor Dandaha. That's one compound. Okay. Then comes the Uddandaha. So this is again these are my own. So there might be different ways to form this compound. Not this one is pretty straightforward. But this one may see, we just saw the pratyaya ach, right? Pachadibhya ach. So Atishena Dandayati iti Uddandaha. That which punishes, you know, extremely excessively, so which very formidable. So Dhatu Danda, next time we'll do in the class, on the form Dandi, at the Pachadibhya Ach, same sutram, C1124, this is Pratyaya Ach, the Pachadi Akriti Ganaha. We can extend that Gana Pachadi Ganaha with the word Undandaha, formidable. Then make the Karmadhara compound, Mahanchasa Uddandascha Mohoddandaha, which is very, very, very prominent and very formidable, Mohoddandaha. Finally, make a Bahuvrihi compound. Is Mohoddandau, Dordandau, Yayoho Tau. So they are two Rama Lakshmanau. I think we can take the question mark out of it now. Rama Lakshmanau, whose two staff-like arms are very large and formidable. Mohoddandau, Dordandau, Yayoho Tau. We'll do next class. And next compound is Tejo Nirjita Martanda Mandalau. So Martandasya Mandalam. Here itself we have a situation here, because Martha plus and should become Martand. Should become Martand. So for homework, look at the Vartikam. This is the Vartikam for homework, which is Shakandvadishu, Pararupam Vachyam. This is because you should have Akasami Dirgha should have come here. Should have come here. But there comes this next sutram, which says the Pararupam, Engi Pararupam. Engi Pararupam. It will come over here. Engi Pararupam. In 6194, there will be a Vartikam. We do in the class, find that one, where you can make the Pararupam as Ekadi, because become Martha plus and should become Martanda. Become Martanda. That's this Engi Pararupam. There's a Vartikam on that. So Martandasya Mandalam, which means the orb of the sun, the halo of the sun. Martanda Mandalam. Then Tejas is their power or glory, Tejasa Nirjitam, which has been conquered. So the Rama Lakshmana are the two by whose power or glory that even fades the orb of the sun. So there are these two, Tejasa Nirjitam Martanda Mandalam. So Yabhyam Tau. So they are the two by whom even the orb of the sun has been shadowed, kind of conquered by their glory. So we salute Raghunandanao, Lokanandanao, Mahodanda Dordandao, who have these great formidable arms, staff-like arms, and by whose glory or power even the orb of the sun has been conquered. And then if you have for homework, the next shloka has a nice shloka with our double meanings in there. If you have time, you can do that. Let us stop here. Ramo Rajamanis Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Vaje Ramena Vihata Nishachara Chamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Rama Nasti Paranam Parataram Ramaschada Sosmyaham Rame Chittale Sada Bhautame Bhorama Mamuddhara Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattilyam Rama Nama Varanane Sri Rama Nama Varanana Onnamati. Okay, let me stop my